What are you procrastinating right now? What is that one thing that has been nagging you in the back of your head that just won't stop reminding you that you haven't done it yet? That thing you need to complete, but you just don't want to do it. And you know it'll be easy to do. You just don't want to. For me, today, that's my laundry. I don't want to do it. And we're going to talk a little bit about procrastinating, how to get through and over that hurdle of procrastination and get it done so that we can move on with our day and move on from that task or that thing that is just keeping us in this negative headspace. But before we get into the episode, I want to remind you to join the Facebook group where we can have further discussion about our podcast episodes. And we can talk about these things like procrastinating and what it is that you might need help moving past and getting done this week. All right, let's jump into today's episode. Hey mama, are you struggling with how to make time for yourself as a work-at-home mom? Are you drowning in laundry and dishes, poopy diapers, and kids who are constantly screaming, Mom, even though they're 5 feet away from you? I get it. I'm Jessa, and this is Caught Up in Motherhood, where I want to help you set priorities, create boundaries, ask for help, and learn to love yourself in motherhood again. You can show up for you without sacrificing motherhood and without the guilt. So if you're ready to be caught up in motherhood, then go grab a fresh cup of coffee and that laundry basket sitting in the corner. Don't worry, I've got mine too. And listen in to today's episode. Okay, full transparency here. I have been waiting on myself to fold 2 baskets of laundry for 5 days now, maybe 6. Almost a week, and it's just been sitting there. I've been ignoring it because I don't want to do it, because I've decided that other things are more important for me to be doing, and I just keep saying, I'll get to it later, I'll get to it later. And then I'm obsessing over it. So all I can think about in the back of my head is, okay, I'm going to do A, B, and C, then I'm going to go fold the laundry. All right, now I'm going to do these next 3 things, then I'm going to go fold the laundry. Okay, next I'm going to do the laundry. Okay, next I'm going to do it. Okay, now I'm too tired and I just need to go to bed. Okay, now the kids are awake and they're unfolding it and I just do it later. And I keep pushing it off. And then this morning, my middle son got his favorite blankie all dirty. So I have to wash it right this minute because I need to make sure that it's done and ready for bed. I can get through nap time without it, but bedtime, he needs his blanket. So now my hand is forced. I have to do the laundry. I have to acknowledge this thing that I don't want to do, that I keep pushing off. Because an outside force, being my son getting his blanket dirty, I now need to acknowledge and do the thing I don't want to do, which in this moment is my laundry. And it really got me thinking about the things we don't want to do. The things we're scared to do. And how we can get in our own way and decide it's not important to do it. How we will put other things that might seem easier to us and do those instead. I hate laundry. I really do. I would rather do the dishes. I would rather clean the bathroom. And I have boys. I would rather clean that bathroom than fold laundry. That's how much I don't like laundry. And I'm sure there's something like that for you too, that you don't want to do it. You don't like doing it and you don't want to. And you put it off and you put it off and you put it off. And we do that for all kinds of things. And I was really thinking about the other parts of our life that we put off, our own self-care, our own physical care, going to the doctor for an annual checkup, going to the dentist. Have you done that lately? I just scheduled cleanings for my family, and it's one of those things like, oh, we haven't done those in a while. But what is something that you've been putting off that you know you need to do, and you know it's not going to take too long to do, like maybe a phone call, paying a bill, sending an email, but the thought of doing it is so paralyzing that you don't do it, and you just sit in it. You sit in this state of anxiety, of waiting, of what if, and you don't just do it. And we give ourselves the excuses not to do it and to do the other things. And then we say, oh, well, it's my priorities. It's not a priority right now. And sometimes that's true. Absolutely. That's not a priority right this minute. Like feeding the baby versus doing the laundry. Of course, it's not a priority. I'm going to feed the baby. But there's going to be those moments where cleaning up the toys for the 10th time that day versus folding the laundry, you probably need to pick the laundry because you're going to be cleaning up those toys again after the kids go to bed, or hopefully they'll help you clean them up before they go to bed. But my point is, sometimes we say it's priority driven, and it's really not. It's this scared feeling, anxiety driven, fear of failure, just not wanting to do it. Whatever you want to call it. You know, I don't want to adult today. That's too much adulting to do my laundry. And we get in our heads about it. And then we finally do it, right? We finally get the courage. We finally have done all the other things, or our hands forced, or okay, now we have to do it. And we do it and we get through it. It wasn't that bad. We lived. We survived it. It wasn't that big of a deal. But we worked ourselves up about it. We told ourselves it was a big deal, and we put all this emphasis behind it when there was no need to. It really makes you think about why. Why do we do that? Why do we put so much pressure on ourselves to do all of these things, especially the things we don't like to do, and then beat ourselves up when we don't do them, or hold ourselves to this different standard of getting it done? Are you lost in motherhood and feeling overwhelmed with managing it all? The house, the kids, the running around, and everything in between. You're just so tired that the thought of taking time for yourself is simply exhausting. So instead, you numb out on social media and eat those snacks that are hiding in the back of the freezer. And while you're doing this, you're beating yourself up and comparing yourself to the others that you see online, wondering, why can't I do that? Why doesn't my house look like that? And then you go to bed and you tell yourself you'll do better tomorrow. Tomorrow, you'll take some time for yourself. Tomorrow, you'll go to bed early. Tomorrow, you'll plan a date night. But tomorrow never comes. Those promises that you keep making to yourself, they don't happen because you keep doing the same thing over and over again, just like yesterday, but you're expecting different results. I know this feeling. I have been there. I have been lost in these moments of feeling inadequate in loving my kids and wanting to provide for them in the best way possible, but feeling like I'm failing, like I'm not doing enough. I'm not good enough. You are not alone, Mama. I see you, and I want to help you get past this, get past these negative feelings and thoughts. I want to see you thrive in your motherhood journey and own this season that you're in. I want to help you see the positive in the everyday and enjoy the little moments and learn how to support yourself again. I want to be your best mom friend next door, whose door is always open, the iced coffee is always ready, and that porch swing is always swinging. I am here to guide you through the tough days because, Mama, I've been there. I know what you're feeling, and it's okay. These feelings are valid, but it's how we respond to them that can change the course of our day. Now, Mama, this right here, these feelings that you're experiencing right now, this is why I created my Mama Connection Coaching. I want to help mamas like you, mamas like me, mamas that want to do it all, that know that it starts with them and how they talk to themselves. Mamas that know that you can do it. You just need a little help, a little encouragement to get started. So what do you say? Are you ready to come knock on my door and start connecting with yourself again? Are you ready to feel caught up in your motherhood journey, to know that you got this? Then I encourage you, Mama, to book a Mama Connection coaching call today so that tomorrow can come and you will be ready and you got this. I have been really contemplating lately about folding my kids' laundry because I don't want to. Like, I put it in their dresser. My 4-year-old wants to dress himself. My 1-year-old wants to help pick out his own clothes, and he can get his drawers open because they're easy enough to open. So he will destroy his drawers, the ones that he can reach. And then my 4-year-old wants to pick out that specific shirt, and we'll make a mess of the other shirts in the drawer. So that I'm there thinking, do I fix the drawer? Do I teach him how to fix the drawer and know that it's going to be an issue, a big deal, because 4-year-olds? Or do I not fold the laundry and just let their shirts be chaotic in the drawer and then hang up the ones that I know are important or are nice, like, Sunday clothes and things like that? And do I just let it be? And then I start thinking, well, if I let it go now, when do I turn it around? When do I decide they're of the age that their laundry needs to be folded? And then I think about, well, when they're an adult, are they going to fold their laundry? Do they need to fold their laundry? I'm like, yeah. Because it'll just get all wrinkled. I'm sorry, it will. Especially as an adult. And then I go back and forth of, how do we know which decision to make? How do we know what's the right decision? And is it the right decision in this moment in time, or is it the right decision in the long run? It's those kinds of thoughts and decisions that can paralyze you into doing something. And I know for me, that's been one of the reasons why I haven't touched the laundry, is I don't know which to go. I don't know if I should fold it and put it away and have this constant battle of refolding the laundry every time my child touches his dresser, or do I just let it be chaotic and let the clothes be unfolded and just in the drawer? And I think that same question can be applied to life, right? We want everything to be clean, organized, in its place. Straight lines, folded nicely, no wrinkles, smooth, all of that. But the reality is, it's not going to be that way. You can't fold every single shirt perfectly. Your toddler's going to touch it. You yourself are going to rifle through the clothes to find that specific shirt or pair of pants, and you're going to make a little bit of a mess. And that's life. We make messes. It's in the messes that we live, that we enjoy the moments that we're in and really get to experience and see life that's around us, like our kids, right? Letting them pick out their own shirt, having and instilling that confidence and that decision making for something like picking out their clothes. right? It's not that big of a deal, but when you're a toddler, it is. It's, Paw Patrol or Blippi. They get to pick. And it's with those pieces of the day, those moments of small decisions, those moments of small wins that really build into the bigger moments of the day, the bigger wins, the larger confident boosts, the being excited. My 1-year-old today got to pick out his shirt, and he is wearing a Paw Patrol shirt. He's all about Paw Patrol right now, and he was so excited about it. And I know when he sees someone later in the day, like his dad, his grandma, whoever it might be, I know he's going to show him his shirt because he picked it out, and he's going to point to the different Paw Patrol characters that are on the shirt, and in his baby talk, try to say their names. You can understand half of them. But it's the pride and the excitement that he has for something so small, something that we deem as being small, like picking out a shirt. And I let him pick it, so his drawer is destroyed. But I'm learning that that's okay. That I can take the extra minute and fix the drawer a little bit if it really is bugging me, that it's not neat and organized anymore. I can take that time and fix it if it really bothers me. But in the meantime, he's excited because he picked it out and he got to go through and look at all of his clothes and get what he wanted. Now, I know that this is a lot of talk about laundry, and that really wasn't my intention here, but I think it works. Because we need to remember that life is messy. And there's nothing wrong with living in that. But we can't keep ignoring the things we don't want to do. We can't keep putting off that task that we don't want to get done because it makes us uncomfortable, or we've decided that it's hard, or it's our least favorite thing to do. Like calling the insurance company, or cutting the grass, or weeding the garden, getting ready for a rummage. Whatever you need to be doing this season. But if we take the time to take those little steps and start with a little win, it gets easier. Right? And then giving ourselves that timeline of breaking it into those steps so that we can feel accomplished and just get it done. When we're in these moments where we're feeling overwhelmed by it or anxious about it, or I just can't do it right now, I know I need to, but you just can't work yourself up to do it, then change your scenery. Go for a walk. Get out of the house. If it's something that's in the house that's driving you crazy, if it's something at work, your office, leave that space. Specifically, go outside. Go take a walk, take the kids to the park, go to the store, go get a nice coffee, go for a drive, open the window, get some fresh air. Change your scenery for a little bit. And don't give me this whole, well, I just need to get it done already. No, you put it off for 5 days. You can put it off for another couple of hours, okay? Go outside. Go for the walk. Go for the drive. I like to go for a drive. There's just something about a spring and summer day, going for a drive with the windows down and listening to like late 90s, early 2000s rock music. That is just like, ooh, perfect summer for me. Childhood memories, I guess. But go do the thing, right? Get out of the space that is housing that feeling of overwhelm. Leave that area. For me, the laundry's on my kitchen table. So, and I have a partially open concept living area. So I have to see it every single day. I'm in the living room, I see it. I'm doing the dishes, I see it. I'm walking down the hallway to the bedrooms, I see it constantly. It's just right there. So it's constantly reminding me that I'm failing, that I'm not doing this thing that needs to be done. So getting outside, leaving the house, doing something else is sometimes all you need, right? You just need to step away from it. You need to stop thinking about and obsessing over this thing that you don't want to do. So that way you can give your brain, your mental space that break, and then come back to it. And you'll be refreshed, and maybe you'll be in a better headspace to actually get it done, to knock it off that list and move on with your day and tell yourself, oh, that wasn't so bad. I got it. I got through that. And then go do something that you want to do. Do something fun. Give yourself a little reward for doing the thing that was so overwhelming to think about doing, right? Making an iced coffee, or going to get that iced coffee. Maybe that'll help, having that fun drink that you like while you're folding the laundry, or while you're sending that email, or doing the dishes, or weeding the garden, whatever it is that you don't want to do that you need to do, because you can't not do it at some point. My husband was texting me that the other day. He's like, do we have to? I'm like, yeah, you have to. It's part of being an adult. We have to pay the bills. We have to talk about this. You need to pick out a new lawnmower already. You have to do the thing. No one can do it for you. And it's kind of the sad part about being the adult now. And you think about when you were a kid, you didn't have to make those decisions. And then you're like, oh, the days when we didn't. And the days that we didn't when we wished we could. And now we're in the moment where we can, and we want to be back in those days where we didn't. It's funny how that works. This never-ending circle of wanting what you don't have. And wanting to live for tomorrow, but not being present in the day. The next time you're thinking about something you really don't want to do, but know you need to do, and take that first step, something small, and get it done. And if you need to, take that break. Walk away for a little while from it. Clear your head. Take some deep breaths. And when you're feeling recentered, more connected to yourself, however that looks for you, then go back and tackle it and get it done. Because you're going to feel so much better knowing that it's done and that you got through that hurdle than you will if you just keep procrastinating it and putting it off again and again and again. So, before you go, I challenge you to join my Facebook group and post in there. I'll do a thread, but post on my thread that I'll put out. What is one thing you've been procrastinating? One thing that you have not wanted to do this week, you need to get done. And share it to the group so we can support you and hold each other a little accountable to get it done. All right. Don't forget, Mama. You got this. And I'll talk to you next time. Hey, Mama. Thanks for hanging out with me today. I know you have a lot going on, and I appreciate you taking the time to listen. I hope this episode gave you new energy to tackle the day. If so, could you leave a review and subscribe to the podcast so that you never miss an episode? That would mean the world to me. I'd also love to connect with you on Instagram, so send me a DM and let me know if this episode was helpful. I love hearing from you. Remember, Mama, you got this. Until next time, I'm Jessa Ray, and this is Caught Up in Motherhood.